Good morning everyone. Welcome to our chapter playing with numbers part 2, that is we will discuss 4.2 exercise. There are number of concepts under 4.2 exercise. Under this, first is coding and decoding. What is coding and decoding? Coding means you have to mark the particular sentence, particular word to particular symbols, and that symbol converted back into the original text is called the decoding. Actually, coding is that is generally we can say that symbolic analysis, because there is a long text is there and you want to send to your friend long text, but you don't want to type and you mark some symbol on the text, so that is a coding. You set the coding to the text, and that coding that symbol that coding changing back to the text is called decoding. So here basically we are dealing in our maths as your English alphabet, number according to your English alphabet, like your English alphabet A B C D up to Z. So we will do, we particular mark the number according to the serial order of the English alphabet from E to Z, like 1 to 26. So each and every alphabet has particular number marked. So if I have to find the coding of face, FACE, so I from above pattern, this one, so we choose what is the digit before the particular alphabet, like F6, A1, C3, E5. So 6135 is the code of the face, that means symbolic form of the face. Okay, and what is the value of this code? When you add this all the digit of the code, so that gives you face value. So 6 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 15. 15 is the value of the code. If you have to find the cover, similarly choose all the alphabets number 3, 15, 22, 5, 18, that gives you 63. So that time we use when you have given you are using the English alphabet. But suppose if you are not using the English alphabet, you have given some particular word code, and from that particular word codes you have to create another word code. Like if I have, suppose I have given apple, apple is 25563, code is given RUNG. So sample code is given 7148. From using these two codes you have to identify what is the code of the purple. In that case you not go with A to Z. If you have this type of code, your sample code is not given to you, universal code is not given to you, then you have to go with A to Z, your English alphabet codes. But if you have particular condition, symbol code is given to you, you have to use that symbolic conditional codes. Like here purple, here if I check that purple code is 5, U code is 1, R code is 7, again P code is 5, L code is 6, and E code is 3. So that means my purple code is 51753. Next is your number patterns. What are your number patterns? Number patterns, like numbers that follow a particular pattern, is called a sequence. If any number follow particular pattern or any sequence to form the next number, we call it a number pattern. Multiplication tables, all your multiplication tables goes on particular sequence. Like if I need the first number, multiply by 1, multiply by 2, multiply by 3, multiply by 4, and so on. The individual element in a sequence are called terms. Like here if I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, if I just see that is it looks like a multiple of 3, that means 3 is added in each and every previous number to make the next number, that particular this one. But so this series is called it a sequence in proper form. And when this number individually number we consider as terms, like 3 is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term, seventh term. So each and every position of the number we call it a particular term. So according to the pattern we can find. Suppose I have a number 1 1 2 3 5 8. If you just look at the number, if you add in the previous number, last two number added, it will give you next number, like 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5, 3 plus 5 8, 5 plus 8 13, 13 plus 8 21. And if I have to find next number to 21, so I add these last two number, which pattern will follow from the starting. In that case we have to find, like if I have a number like 7 12 18 25 33 42, so that means if I check, it's a series of your natural number is added one by one in each and every number, like 7 5 12, 5 6 7 8 9 10. Obviously natural numbers starting from 5 is added one by one in the previous number, so that will identify your next number. Similarly 5 8 11 14 17, if you look at this, so in this all the pattern created, 3 is added for the next number, like 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 3 14, 14 plus 3 17. Same way you have to identify the next number, you have to add 3. Next is your Pascal triangle. Pascal triangle is that, like first row, so there is a counting number triangle numbers, like here 1, okay, and the next one is written as here 1 1, okay. Now 1 plus 1 added gives me 2, and 1 1 is shifted on the sides. Again 1 1 is shifted on the next two sides. 2 plus 1 give me 3, and 2 plus 1 give me 3. 1 plus 3 give me 4, 3 plus 3 give me 6, 3 plus 1 4, and 1 is shifted on the side. So if you look at the triangle, it should be look like that, like 1 1 1, 1 1 is added 2, 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3, 1 1 shifted on the side. 3 plus 3 6, 3 plus 1 4, 3 plus 1 4, 1 1, 4 plus 1 5, 4 plus 6 10, 6 plus 4 10, 4 plus 1 5, and 1 1 shifted on another side. Similarly 10 plus 10 20, 5 plus 10 15, 5 plus 1 6. Here also 10 plus 5 15, 5 plus 1 6. If you look at this, whatever number is added, that should be written next in the middle, and 1 is shifted on the side. So this pattern changes to triangle form, so we call it a Pascal triangle. If you look at the particular row, if you go with 11 raised to power 0, that is 1. 11 raised to power 1 gives you 11. 11 raised to power 2 gives you 121. When you multiply 11 two times, that gives you 121. 11 three times, 1 3 3 1. Similarly 11 4 times, 1 4 6 4 1. Similarly go on, and each and every step 11 raised to power is rises, and that gives you further Pascal triangle. Next is magic square. What is a magic square? Magic square is that square then rows and columns. So these are the rows and these are columns. All rows and columns quantity is same. There is no even number of rows or number of rows. Only number of rows and number of columns is same. But when you add each row, all the elements of the particular row and all the elements of particular column and all the elements of like diagonals, measurement of all side is same, is considered as your magic square. Suppose I have a number like 9 2 3 5 7 5 1 6. I have to identify this missing number like this and this. But when I check what is the complete column is there, only you have to start from the complete column, like 9 5 plus 1. I found that 15. From there I got the condition find out. Here my total will be 15. So that means my all rows, all columns, these are the columns, these are the rows, my all rows and row column total will be 15, and even diagonal also. I start from the here. Okay, now row 1. Row 1, I know that this row will be total will be 15. So from 15, 11, what should number you should be adding 11, that gives you 15, or you can subtract 15 minus 11 gives you 4. Similarly in row 2, row 2 means you have this number is missing, like 3 plus 5 is 8, 15 minus 8 gives you 7. And here row 3, this number is missing, 6 plus 1 7, and 15 minus 7 gives you 8. So this way you can identify the numbers. Another pattern is like that. If you have like this square, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, this type of square is given to you like 1 2 3, and one by one layer is increased. Here 1 layer, here 2 layers, here 3 layers, and 4 layers, and each and every layer is 2 is added, 2 zeros are added. Like here layer 1, if I add in this layer 1 2 more zeros, and in the second layer it will be third. For in third layer, in the previous number of pattern, 2 more pattern is added for the next layer. Like here layer 1 1, layer 2, in the previous layer 2 more added to make the second layer. In third layer, in the previous 3, 2 more added to become the third layer, and goes on. So what should I like? So what pattern is generated? 1 for 2 layers, 1 plus 3, 3 layers, 1 plus 3 plus 5, 4 layers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, and for 5 layers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. So give me, if you instead of total, it's a short form also. If you look at these, all the square of the natural numbers, like here if it's one odd number is there, 1 square. So how many odd numbers are there? 2. 2 square is equal to 4. You can check also 3 plus 1 is also 4. Here 3 odd number is there, and 3 square is 9. But if you check also 3 plus 1, 4 plus 5 is 9. Here also 4 odd number is there, and when you check with 4 square is 16, and also when you add with the total, that gives you 16. If there are 5 odd number is there, that means 5 square is 25, and when you add this one, that gives you 25. Instead of that is a shortcut form. Instead of adding such long odd numbers, we count the odd numbers and square of that. That is the same as the addition of the odd numbers. That only works for the odd numbers. Now next is divisibility test. Now what is the divisibility test? So you have number, if you are going to divide any number with any particular number, so there is a, before dividing you must check with the divisibility. Your divisibility test is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 up to, you have to check the divisibility test before dividing any big number with any number. So divisibility test of 2 is, if any number has last digit is unit place digit is even number, so we can say that that is divisible by 2. If it is not, so that is not divisible by 2. And divisibility test of 3 is, if sum of all the digit of the number, same as for the 9 also, 3 and 9 divisibility test is same. If you add all the digit of the particular number, and after addition, if that particular number is divisible by 3, we call it, that is true for the divisibility test of the 3. Otherwise, if addition of the number is not divisible by 3 or 9, we can't say that that number is divisible by 3 or 9. Now check for the 4. For the condition of checking the divisibility of 4, you check for the last 2 digit. If last 2 digit is divisible by 4 of any bigger number, that means that number is divisible by 4. Next is divisibility test of 5. If the last digit is either 0 or 5, so we can directly say that that number is divisible by 5. Now what is the divisibility test of 6? If any number is both divisible by 2 and 3 collectively, we call it is divisible by 6 also, because some number is divisible by 2 but not by 3, same number, and some number is divisible by 3 but not by 2. So in that case we call it divisibility test of the 6. Now here, what is the divisibility test of the 7? Like here I have a number 17,204. So I will check this number with both the divisibility test of 2 and 3. For divisibility test of the 2, we check for the only unit place digit. If that is divisible by 2, that means that is divisible by 2. If now for the divisibility test of the 3, we add all the digits, so that gives me 15. 15 is divisible by 3. It means that particular number, if pass the test of divisibility of 2 and 3, so we can say that that is divisible by 6. Now What is the divisibility test of 7? If we double the last digit and subtracted it from the rest, if the answer is either 0 or divisible by 7. So if I have a number 672, I want to check the divisibility test of the 7. So what I do, I will double this last number, or we can say that multiply by 2 or double it. So 2 plus 2 gives me 4, and subtract from the rest of the digit, so that gives me 63. If that number is divisible by 7, so we call it that clear the divisibility test of 7. So I repeat again, what is the divisibility test of 7? You check with the last number first, double the number, and whatever rest digits are there, so last double number is subtracted from the rest of the numbers. If after getting the result subtraction, number is divisible by 7, so we can say that this passes the test of divisibility. Next is, what is the divisibility test of 8? For divisibility test of 8, any bigger number, we just pick only last 3 digits. If last 3 digits is divisible by 8, that means whole number is divisible by 8. Now divisibility test of 9 is same as 3. You add all the digits. If addition of all the digits comes under 9 table or divisible by 9, so this passes the test of 9, divisibility test of 9. So what is the divisibility test of 0? If the number ends with the 0, so we can say that is a divisible by 10 as last digit is 0. Now what is the divisibility test of 11? So in 11 divisibility test, if you have bigger number is there, according to the position, you have to divide number into odd position and even position. Like I have a number 1, 3, 6, 4. So I mark starting from first position. First position is my odd position, second position is my even position, third is again odd, and fourth is even position. First we think about the position, not the digit, what is present at particular number. Now we separate the odd position digits and even position digits. Even position digit here are 6 plus 1 and odd position digit are 3 plus 4. You add it and subtract it each other. After subtraction, if you get the 0 or that number which comes in 11 table, we call it that is true for the divisibility test of 11, or that number is divisible by 11. Like if I have another number 3729, if I just separate the odd even position, 3 plus 2 5 and 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 minus 5 give me 11, that is divisible by 11. That means that particular number is divisible by 11. Now what is the factor of a number? If a number divided by 12, so that means that should also be divided by 6. Okay, if any number is divided by 6, that means that also should be divided by 2 and 3. But if we go with the factors of a number 2, 3, 4, 6, so your factors will become 2, 3, 4, 6. It means if your number is any, you have to check the divisibility test of 12. So in that case, you check the divisibility test of combined 2, 3, 4 and 6. For checking for the 6, you have to go with 2 and 3 only. That is enough for the 6 divisibility test for 6. If any number divisible by 2, divisible by 3, 2 means last digit should be even number. For 3 you have to add the digit, and for the 4 you have to check for the last 2 digit. If any number has last 2 digit is divisible by 4, so that means that will passes the divisibility test of the 4. So if you want to check the divisibility test of 12, so that means 2, 3, 4 should be passes for the divisibility test of the 12. Okay, here are some numbers are there. Like check the divisibility test of the number. Suppose I have this number 187396. 187396. I want to check the divisibility test of this number. So I will do same thing. I will pick the odd even position number, subtract. If number is either 0 divisible by 11, so that means my divisibility test passes. Divisibility test of 10 here. If last digit is 0, that means that number passes the divisibility test of 10. Here last digit is not 0, so that is not divisibility, passes the divisibility test. Next is, if I have number 9363654. I want to check the divisibility test of the 9. So in that case 9363654, if you add the digit, after adding all the digit, if it is divisible by 9, so that means that number is divisible by 9. In D part, you check the divisibility of the 7 here. If you want to check the divisibility of 7, you just whatever last digit is there, you double that number. 1 plus 1 is 2, and rest of the number 240. When you subtract from the 240 rest of the double number from the rest of the digits, so 238. When 238 divided by 7, that gives me 34. That means that is also divisible by 7. Now divisibility test of the 8. If you check for the divisibility test for the 8, you check for the only last 3 digit. If last 3 digit is divisible by 8, that means that number is divisible by 8. Now divisibility test of 5 and 6. For 6 you have to go with divisibility test of 2 and 3. But if you check with the divisibility test of 5, so it means you just check only the last. If last digit is 5 or 0, it means that will be divisible by 5. And for the 6 divisibility, so divisibility for the 6, here my number is 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. So here when you check for the divisibility, so you have to check for the 2 and 3 test. Next you have to check with divisibility of 4. For 4 you have to check only last 2 digits. And in the H part, if you check with the divisibility of 3, to add all the numbers and divide by 3. If your remainder is 0, that means it will pass the test or divisibility test of 3. Now next number is 616678. 616678 divisibility test of the 2. We check only the last number. Hi, now your exercise question 4.2. Here is C, reason, truth. You have code is given to you. From this, whatever code is given in your question, you have to pick all the numbers what is written after each and every alphabet. Then you put in present word. Whatever circle I mark it here, we put it here 8621754. Next is your second question. D is 4 according to A to Z alphabets. Whatever number is marked, and covers give me 63. According to that basis, we should pick the number from A to Z. That is basis is 2, 1, 19, 9 and 19. That gives me 50. Next is question number 3. You have to find the next 3 numbers. In the first series 29, 25, 21, 17, 13. If we check that there is a subtraction of 4 in each and every number for the next number. Like previous number, you have to subtract 4 to make the next number. So following that pattern, we can identify next 3 numbers. Here if we check the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all natural like one number is added in the previous added number, and whatever result you get, you add one number in this. Like here 4, between 4 and 6, 2 is added. Like if you add 2 in 4, gives me 6. 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 5, 18, 18 plus 6, 24, and so on. We can identify the rest of the number, or we can say that for next number we will add 1 in the previous added number in the previous number as result. Previous number as a result, and you have to add it 1 in the previous added number. So that will give you the next number. Here in this pattern 139, if you multiply previous number with 3, you will get the next number. Now here question number 4, you have to complete the magic square. You have to complete the magic square by looking at the rows. First you have to look for the completed row 34. That means all rows and all columns should be equal to 34. Now next, after this row 1, you move to the row 2. So we know that total is 34. So we subtract 13 plus 8 plus 2 from 34 gives me 11. Similarly, my next is column 1. Wherever single number is missing, first you move to that number to find the single number. C1 is 34 minus 12 plus 13 plus 6. 34 minus 31 gives me 3. Similarly, C2, next single number is there. 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 10 19, 34 minus 19 give me 15. Similarly, now you have to move to the column 3. Already we have to find row to 11, only this number is missing, like 14, 11 and 4 gives you 29, 34 minus 29 gives you 5. Now next is column 4, and 34 minus 7 plus 2 plus 16, 34 minus 25 gives you 9. So that is the column 4. Next is similarly second pattern, you have to do same as it is. Whatever completed row, here completed row is here. So first we add this one to judge what will be my number for all diagonals and all rows. Then you move to the single row, like row 3 is 46. Check for the diagonal also. Now move to the column 1 where single number is missing. So when I subtract 46, 9 plus 7 plus 10 from 46, I got 18. Similarly row 1, 46 minus 40, column 3, here 46 minus 41 5, column 4, 46 minus 42 gives me 4. Similarly row 2 and row 4. Divisibility I already discussed. You add all the numbers, this number is divisible by 3 or 9, that means it passes the test or divisibility test. Now if 21x5 is a multiple of 9, that is given in your question, you want to find what will be the digit in place of x. So it is, if there is a condition of single digit, so I have single digits are 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. One by one I will put all the digits here to check whether this number is divisible by 9 or not. Wherever we find the divisibility, wherever any number passes the divisibility test, we consider that number is divisible by 9. So first we consider if x is equal to 0, so that gives me 8 is not divisible by 9. Now if x is equal to 1, so that is divisible by 9, that means 2115 is my required number. Next is here also when you check the pattern, if you add 12 in the previous number, it gives you the next number. So this way you have to identify in the previous number you added 12 to find the next number. Now next is your question number 8. In question number 8 you have pattern is given here, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. It means 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4, that pattern is given. And how will you complete that pattern? You have to find number of green squares, total number of squares. So how many total number of square is there? So whatever total number of green square is there, because quantity is same, so whatever quantity is written here, same quantity written in the second box also. If here is a 1, so 1 multiplied by 2 gives me 2 square in the first. If x is equal to 2 is there, that means here 1 plus how many boxes is added in the previous one, one more is added, that becomes 2. 1 plus 2 gives me 3. 3 into 2 gives me 6. Now here in the next, here already I have 2 is there, one more is added in the 2, so it means I have to add these layers. Here only one layer is there, here is 1 and this is 2 layer is there. This is 1, 2 and 3. How many squares are there? 1, 2 and 3. When I add this one, 1, 2 and 3 gives me 6. 6 into 2, 12. Total square will be 12 here. Here now 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. When I add this one, that gives me 10. 10 into 2, 20. So total number of square is 20. Similarly 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. 1, if x is equal to 5, one more square is added in this, in previous one, that becomes 5. When you add that, give 15 into 2, and total number of square if x is equal to 5, so that will be 15 into 2 gives me 30. So now you have to find the ratio. Whatever your green square in yellow square ratio is given there, you have to find the ratio. Here 1:1, 3:3, here total 6, 6:6, and here 10:10. Thank you. Have a nice day.